Hey, welcome back guys. First things first, if you haven't watched the first 100 days in Terraria Master Mode video, I recommend checking that out before you watch this one. Link will be in the description below. And if you have watched the first one, well here's a little recap. Although I had some trouble at the start and ended up dying a bunch of times, I managed to beat all the bosses up to Terraria. I didn't complete everything I wanted to within the 100 days, so I'm gonna spend 100 more days to finish things up. Also, if you guys enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and also subscribe. Thanks guys, and let's get on with the video. So on day 101, I wanted to make the Master Ninja gear since I already had the Tiger climbing gear as well as the tabbies, so all I needed was the black belt. I farmed at the dungeon for 2 days, but I wasn't able to find it, so I left and made my way to the jungle to find the temple. I fought the Queen Bee along the way, because why not? This boss is the only boss that I always seem to skip, but better late than never, am I right? So after killing the Queen Bee, I managed to find the temple. I had to be really careful since I didn't want to trigger any traps. After reaching the boss room, I wanted to deposit my gold into my piggy bank, but I accidentally clicked the shrine that summoned the golem. I took a lot of damage right off the bat, but I did manage to store my gold away. Although I did lose a lot of health, I healed all of it back with my Spectre armor. I always like to carry both Spectre helmets in my inventory so I can switch between DPS and healing. I thought I was actually gonna beat this first try, but I did die at the end. When I got back home, I did some reforging and got my flask to mythical, which was pretty nice. I also reforged my paladin shield a few times. On day 104, another solar eclipse began. This event seemed like it happened so frequently now, which kinda annoyed me since there was no need for me to do it anyway. When I got back to the jungle, I found a Plantera bulb that spawned pretty much at the arena, so I fought it once more. After I killed Plantera, I made it back to the temple to fight the golem again, and I also built a quick one-layered platform. So after defeating the golem, I killed it again, but I died trying to kill it a third time. As I respawned, there was another solar eclipse, so I had to deal with that. From days 106 to 112, I readjusted my farm at the dungeon, and I also did some AFK farming to get the black belt from Bone Lee to finally make the Master Ninja gear. After that, I flattened out an area to make an arena for events like the Pumpkin Moon and Frost Moon. I added some honey, heart lanterns, and a campfire for some juicy health regen. I did one more fishing quest before I summoned the Frost Moon. Honestly, this was just a disaster. I could barely take out the Santa NK1s, and I couldn't even get to the wave where I definitely needed some upgrades. And what do you know, another solar eclipse. What a surprise. I wanted to switch classes to melee, so I decided to make the Terra Blade. I needed more Souls of Sight, so I took care of the twins real quick. I made the true Knight's Edge, and then the true Excalibur. Put those two together with the Broken Hero Blade, and you get the Terra Blade. I already had enough turtle shells and beetle husks, but I needed some more chlorophyte to make beetle armor, so I went to the jungle to mine some more. Days 118 to 120, I made a truffle worm farm since I was going to fight Duke Fishron pretty soon. After I came back up, I found a Martian probe and I triggered the Martian invasion. Like the Frost Moon, this was also a disaster. I was hoping to get the UFO mount, but I couldn't even take one down. I was getting used to the UFO's attack patterns, but a slime just had to ruin it. I then died over, and over, and over again. Yeah, that wasn't fun. On day 122, I built an arena at the ocean for Duke Fishron. I wasn't gonna fight him just yet because I needed a better weapon, so I fought the golem again and got the heat ray. And now I'm set. I can't believe it took me only one try, and I got the Razorblade Typhoon. I had so much trouble with this boss before in Expert mode. I wanted the wings, so I fought him a few more times, but it never dropped. On day 125, I farmed some more truffle worms because I really wanted Duke Fishron's wings. On day 126, I was running out of materials for potions, so I fished some more. I spent days 127 to 132 fighting Duke Fishron, but I never got the wings. On the night of 133, I summoned the Pumpkin Moon. With the Razorblade Typhoon, things were much easier now. On day 134, I tried taking on the Old One's army, but that was a complete failure. I felt as though I was ready to take on the Lunatic Cultist, so I went over to the dungeon and started the fight. The fight was fairly easy, and I didn't really recognize anything that changed from Extra mode. The Razorblade Typhoon really helped in this fight, especially when he clones himself, because the Razorblades automatically targets the real one. After killing the Lunatic Cultist, the 4 Celestial Pillars appeared. I went straight for the Nebula Pillar first because I wanted to craft the Nebula Arcanum. It's sorta like the Razorblade Typhoon, but it's much slower. After that, I tried killing the Vortex Pillar, but I died. I came back afterwards though to finish it off. And then we have the Solar Pillar. I hated this one the most, especially the flying worms that target you if you hover in the sky for too long. I did kill it though after a few tries. I wasn't gonna go finish off the last pillar to summon Moonlord just yet. I wanted to kill the Empress of Light, my favorite boss to fight in my opinion. After defeating the Empress of Light, I upgraded my mana flower into a magnet flower that increases pickup range for mana stars. On day 138, I did some fishing at the ocean. I also killed Skeletron Prime again for Souls of Fright to craft a naughty present for the Frost Moon event. Day 139, it was time to fight Moonlord, so I finished off the Stardust Pillar to summon him. Here we go, guys. Cue the boss music. Alright, I died. Yeah, if you guys could just ignore this clip, that would be great. So now I have to repeat the whole process again. I killed the lunatic cultist and also 2 out of the 4 pillars. Afterwards, I upgraded my paladin's shield to a frozen shield, which gave a shield when I'm below 50% of my HP that reduces damage by 25%. Hopefully now, that'll help me survive longer. Now, it is time to fight Moonlord. Moonlord has been defeated. What a journey this has been. I honestly didn't think I would be able to beat the final boss, but the unexpected can happen. But anyways, for the rest of the days from 143 to 199, I tried to experiment and accomplish some things like trying to build Zenith, the strongest sword in the game. I also wanted to see how much damage I could do by wearing a pink tube with a jousting lance and going all the way underground with water. But I mined too deep and yeah, all the water evaporated when it reached right above hell. And then there was the making of the Terra boots. The boots that I've never made before and still haven't made to this day, because apparently none of the water chests in my world contain water walking boots. Now that I had the last prism, I completed the old one's army with ease. The days were coming to an end, so I summoned as many bosses as I could at that time and even killed Moonlord one last time. Thank you all for watching the video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. It was painful making this video, so I'd appreciate it if you guys could drop a like, comment, and also subscribe to the channel. I made a poll and you guys voted for the worthy for my next video, so stay tuned for that. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.